Today we're going to explore the history and effects of one of the world's biggest religions. But first off, there are fundamentalist extremists in every religion, and there is nothing wrong with them until they start pushing their religion into laws. In Christianity, there was the Spanish Inquisition and the witch hunts. The insanity sort of died out in recent times, so now it's Islam's turn. There are 1 billion Muslims in the world. If you are one of those brilliant people who think that all Muslims are terrorists, well, think of how that would work. The world would not exist anymore. Most Islamic followers are fine. However, it's not the silent majority causing a problem, it's the vocal minority. See, every religion has its ups and downs at different points in history. Right now, Islamic fundamentalists are out of control, especially in the Middle East. These individuals are causing human rights abuses, intolerance, and inequality. Here, let me explain. You know how in the West gender equality has gotten better over the eons? Well, in some places, it has gotten worse. For example, during the Middle Ages, often called the period known as the Dark Ages of scientific repression, the Islamic Empire was prosperous. They had the greatest scientific and mathematic achievements to share with others along the Silk Road. Without the great Islamic Empire, we wouldn't have many of the scientific achievements that we have today, like studying optics. A woman founded the first university, the first parachute was invented, the scientific method was present in early forms, and they showed the movement of light. These were some of the most important, open-minded scientists and scholars that have ever lived. However, something happened. Just like any other great empire, it fell from things such as the Mongol invasions, tyranny, and combinations of other factors, so progress completely halted. Slowly, the modern ages saw religious extremists seize the government and impose strict religious or Sharia laws upon the population. They used brainwashing techniques mirroring the North Korean ones to drive entire crowds into murderous frenzies. This is why we constantly hear stories of women being stoned or beheaded for having sex outside of marriages, or journalists assassinated for making documentaries exposing human rights issues in the Middle East. So what are other countries more developed doing about these totalitarian religious states that are intolerant, violent, and brainwashed? Well, nothing actually. Remember, in my Syria video, nothing is ever as easy as sending an army in. Sometimes revolutions replace a tyrannical dictatorship with another tyrannical dictatorship, like Egypt. Or it can cost more lives and harm than good, like Afghanistan's invasion. Furthermore, Saudi Arabia is the world's largest oil exporter. We cannot really try and assist the nation, because if we do, then we won't be able to drive anymore. Of course, there's hippies like me who would rather forfeit some luxuries than let humans suffer. But as I just said, nothing is ever as simple as sending an army in. Religion can be a powerful thing to unite people, whether it is for a good cause like charities or a bad cause like calling for the lynching of a journalist. It is ultimately the people's choice. Does society need religion? Well, as a whole, we don't need it to unite people anymore due to our superior modern age technology and science. But certain individuals need to believe in a god or multiple gods to feel better, and that's perfectly fine.